In the aftermath of the fierce battles of the Civil War, a strange and miraculous phenomenon occurred. Wounded soldiers reported that their injuries emitted an eerie bluish light in the dark. This phenomenon, later termed the angel's glow, intrigued and mystified those who witnessed it. For 139 years, the cause of these glowing wounds remained a mystery, sparking a wave of awe and skepticism. The Civil War, ranging from 1861 to 1865, was marked by brutal combat and significant medical challenges. Battlefield injuries were severe, and medical knowledge at the time was rudimentary. Soldiers often faced amputations and infections, with unsanitary conditions exacerbating their suffering. Amidst this grim reality, accounts of glowing wounds offered a glimmer of hope and wonder. One of the first major battles of the Civil War, the Battle of Shiloh, fought in early April 1862, was especially bloody and resulted in a Union victory. Over 23,000 men were killed or wounded, making it one of the deadliest battles in American history. The Union Army ultimately emerged victorious, but at a heavy cost. As soldiers lay maimed on the battlefield, their wounds open and raw to the elements, something strange began to happen. Eyewitnesses, including soldiers and medics, documented these glowing wounds in letters and diaries. They described how the wounds of certain soldiers emitted a faint, bluish light at night. Confederate military surgeon James Dinwiddie noted that the soldiers with luminescent wounds were faring better than those without. This phenomenon quickly became known as the angel's glow. The name of the battle itself added to the mystique. The Battle of Shiloh was named after a small church that stood on a nearby grassy hill. The name Shiloh translates to heavenly peace. Piecing the two things together, soldiers began to think that something miraculous was happening and that they were being blessed by divine forces. These first-hand accounts contributed to the myth and mystique of the angel's glow. The public, already reeling from the horrors of war, embraced these stories as a sign of divine intervention, believing the glow to be a symbol of protection and healing. Union soldier Jacob Wicker wrote about the strange phenomenon to his family, noting how his comrade's wound seemed to shine with a light of their own in the dark. Confederate medic Dr. Josiah Bell recounted similar experiences, describing the glow as a heavenly light that offered a sense of peace amid chaos. Public perception was a mix of awe and superstition. Even though many believed that the glow was a sign of divine protection, others were skeptical, attributing it to folklore or mass hysteria. Despite varying interpretations, the consistent documentation of glowing wounds across different battlefields indicated that this was not an isolated incident. In the years following the Civil War, various hypotheses emerged to explain the glowing wounds. Contemporary doctors speculated that the phenomenon might be related to chemical reactions or gases emitted from the wounds. Folk beliefs and superstitions also played a role, with some attributing the glow to ghostly apparitions or supernatural forces. Some speculated that phosphorescent fungi, which emit a natural glow in dark, moist environments, might have colonized the soldiers' wounds, causing the eerie luminescence. Another theory suggested that bioluminescent insects or their larvae, drawn to the warmth and moisture of the wounds, could have caused the glow. Others believed that phosphorescent minerals from the soil and battlefield debris could have entered the wounds and caused them to glow. Another hypothesis suggested that static electricity generated by the friction of clothing and bandages could interact with certain chemicals in the wounds, leading to a faint glow. Some people also theorized that electrochemical reactions between shrapnel or bullet metals and bodily fluids could produce light, explaining the glowing effect observed by soldiers and medics. Despite these early theories, the scientific community remained skeptical. The lack of advanced medical technology and knowledge about microbiology at the time made it difficult to provide a concrete explanation. The mystery of the angel's glow began to unravel with advances in microbiology and the study of bioluminescence in the late 20th century. In 2001, a breakthrough came when Bill Martin, a high school student, conducted a science project inspired by his father's Civil War reenactments. He speculated that bioluminescent microorganisms might be responsible for the illumination. With the help of his friend John Curtis and the guidance of microbiologist Dr. Phyllis Martin, Bill discovered that a specific type of bioluminescent bacteria, Photorhabdus luminescens, was responsible for the glowing wounds. This bacterium, commonly found in the soil, had unique properties that allowed it to thrive in the conditions present on Civil War battlefields. Photorhabdus luminescens is a bioluminescent bacterium that produces a blue-green light. This bacterium is known for its symbiotic relationship with nematodes, which are small parasitic worms. When the nematodes infect a host, such as an insect, or in the case of the Civil War, a human wound, they release the bacteria into the environment. The bacteria's bioluminescence is a natural byproduct of its metabolic processes. When released into a wound, Photorhabdus luminescens emits a faint glow. This glow was particularly visible at night, giving rise to the phenomenon of angel's glow. The bacteria's presence in the wounds not only caused the glow, but also played a crucial role in reducing infection rates. Nematodes, the tiny parasitic worms associated with P. luminescens, were integral to the process. These nematodes, seeking hosts, entered the soldier's wounds and released the bioluminescent bacteria. This symbiotic relationship between the nematodes and the bacteria facilitated the spread of P. luminescens in the wounds. Without them, the bacteria would not have been able to infect the wounds effectively. This partnership between nematodes and P. luminescens not only explained the glowing phenomenon, but also highlighted the complex interactions between different organisms in nature. Specific conditions on Civil War battlefields provided an ideal environment for P. luminescens to thrive. The cold and wet conditions of certain battles, such as the Battle of Shiloh in April 1862, were particularly conducive to the bacteria's activity. Moreover, the soldiers' body temperatures, often lowered due to shock and exposure, further supported the bacteria's growth. The combination of environmental factors and the presence of nematodes allowed P. luminescens to flourish in the wounds, causing the characteristic glow. The presence of P. luminescens in the wounds provided significant medical benefits. The bacteria produced natural antibiotics that help reduce infection rates. In fact, researchers found that the soldiers with glowing wounds had a higher survival rate than those without. This accidental discovery of the bacteria's healing properties highlighted the potential for natural solutions in medicine. From a historical perspective, the phenomenon of angel's glow served as an early example of the beneficial effects of bioluminescent bacteria. In modern times, the study of P. luminescens has opened up new avenues for medical research. Researchers have discovered that Photorhabdus luminescens produces a variety of antimicrobial compounds that effectively combat bacterial infections. Scientists are exploring these natural antibiotics, known as bacteriocines, for their potential to treat infections that are antibiotic resistant. They studied the unique properties of P. luminescens to develop biosensors that detect pathogens in clinical settings. Despite the compelling evidence, the medical community was initially resistant to accepting the explanation of bioluminescent bacteria. Some found it challenging to accept a scientific explanation due to the long-standing mystery and superstition surrounding the phenomenon. Furthermore, the Civil War era's lack of advanced technology precluded a detailed study of the phenomenon at the time. Over time, researchers' persistence and accumulation of evidence eventually led to the recognition of P. luminescens as the cause of angel's glow. Today, the scientific consensus is clear. Photorhabdus luminescens and its symbiotic relationships with nematodes caused the glowing wounds observed during the Civil War. Beyond their use in developing new antibiotics, bioluminescent bacteria like Photorhabdus luminescens are being explored for their role in imaging and diagnostics. Researchers are also utilizing their natural glow to track infections and monitor the effectiveness of treatments in real time. Some researchers even use these bacteria in environmental monitoring to detect contaminants in water and soil. The potential for bioluminescent bacteria to revolutionize medical and technological fields is vast, making them a focal point of contemporary scientific research and innovation. The phenomenon of angel's glow has left a lasting mark on popular culture and literature, symbolizing hope and resilience. Referenced in books, documentaries, and Civil War reenactments, the glowing wounds continue to capture imaginations worldwide. In Civil War history and folklore, angel's glow occupies a special place, reminding us of the remarkable and mysterious aspects of the human experience. It fascinates historians, scientists, and the general public, offering a unique glimpse into the past. The story of angel's glow is a testament to the intersection of history, science, and human resilience. This mysterious phenomenon from the Civil War, explained by the discovery of bioluminescent bacterium aiding in wound healing, underscores the potential for natural solutions in modern medicine. This discovery was groundbreaking, highlighting the role of natural organisms in medical treatments and opening new research avenues in microbiology and medicine. Angel's glow serves as an inspiring narrative in medical history, showcasing how unexpected factors can lead to life-saving outcomes and encouraging scientific curiosity and open-mindedness. Moreover, the tale of angel's glow emphasizes human resilience and adaptability. It illustrates how even in dire circumstances such as the Civil War battlefields, nature can provide unexpected help, becoming a symbol of hope and a reminder that solutions can come from the most unlikely sources. As research continues, the investigation into angel's glow fosters a deeper appreciation for the natural world's complexity and interconnectedness, encouraging a holistic approach to medicine and recognizing that understanding our environment can lead to breakthroughs in human health.